we see many corporates releasing sustainable reports for their companies as well, not only for states, cities, and countries, but for individual companies. And the prima facie, if you see, there are companies which are targeting to achieve carbon neutral, which means their energy consumption and the carbon emission and the kind of renewable energy they use, it should be neutral kind of scenario. That is a target for all the companies, which is being advocated from corporate level. So, and the second stanza, which the intersection of smart cities and mobility. So, what does this mobility come into this sustainable growth? There are many projects currently the central government is implementing. Few of them are like mostly into transportation, building highways connecting major cities, and to a great extent, the present roadways development is hitting 15 kilometers per day. The construction speed of Indian national highway is about 15 kilometers per day. So it is kind of, which means mobility. And there are projects of new nature for India, the bullet train projects connecting major cities. And presently, there are projects connecting Mumbai and Ahmedabad. And soon there are plans and to connect from Mumbai to Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, and all such. So why I'm stressing on this part is that the cities are being congested. It is going very congested, and you might know the real scenario of the traffic signals in Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore. Bangalore, everyone knows. So, what is the solution for those things? So, we need to target the mobility part of it, which means people has to reach the place. So suppose you think you are working in Bangalore with the current transportation system. People, what they are doing, they have moved out to Hosur, which is close to 20 kilometers away from the city. So they are okay to travel 20 kilometers just because there is an express road connecting. There is a bridge over which is connecting the Hosur city and directly links to the Silicon Valley. So people are happy, they are ready to travel 20 kilometers. So if you are thinking about it is 20 kilometers and the time taken is close to an hour. And think about bullet train project. And if it is going to connect some nearby city which is 200 kilometers away from Bangalore, and still if you are able to reach the same place within 20 minutes or 1 hour time, well and good, the cost of living is also less and people are ready to travel distance. It only means how the mobility, how the transportation enables them to spread across. So let us get into so innovative solution for urban sustainability. So we need to explain what it is. So exploring the synergy between smart city initiatives and mobility solutions to foster sustainable urban development and enhance livability in cities. So to quite an extent, I have given a brief on that. And to define this sustainable urban growth, it is not only the current needs, the development that happens or that is going to happen should always be ahead of time. Like the projections for the next 15 years or 20 years, what is going to be the traffic usage and all that, and what will be the people moving from villages and towns to cities. All that needs to be studied, and there has to be a growth plan for that, for individual cities, and that has to be sustainable. And that sustainability can be achieved through various means. One is going for eco-friendly infrastructure, nothing but going for green construction, green construction is nothing but using what you say already material, raw material like gravels and cubes from the already demolished buildings or from the fly ashes that is being generated as a waste from steel plants and of such nature. So, and also you are trying to reuse the old material for newer construction. One good example initiative that is being taken by Tata Steel is that they are going to they are setting up 8 new steel plants which are concentrated in melting the old cars, means just the old steel and creating billets out of it, and they want to bring that material into usage again. It is a very good initiative from them and goes into this eco-friendly kind of products. So the other part is improving the living conditions through creating a green cover area. If you see many cities, major cities which have been major pollutants, like if you take Beijing, I mean China's this Shanghai and other cities, they were the pollution level were kind of 450. You could have seen the recent news in Delhi. It has crossed very severe conditions. And if you see China, they were also in the very bad situation, and where they are today is a very good example of sustainable development. They have covered close to 30% of their cityscape with green covers, and they have totally banned using ICE engine motorcycle, two-wheelers. Only bicycles or vehicles operated with battery are allowed to enter the city. And other one is encouraging sustainable business, which I said like there are incentives through this FAME one subsidy, which is the current government is doing for promoting the mobility, kind of green mobility, battery operated EVs and kind of things. And the other one is ensuring that all community members have access. It doesn't mean only that the policies are being evolved at a central portion. It should be an there should be an active participation across all segments, and the main thing is from the local community who are being the active participants. So, key characteristics of a smart city. It is nothing. When we are speaking about sustainability, the greater advantage and also the limitations, I would say, is that when you come up with a new development or a new thing for a city, it has to be in a holistic approach. Currently, if you see, many of you would have seen your hometowns or your native places are coming under smart city development. Even small towns are also in there. So what kind of improvements is being currently done is that sewerage systems are being converted into underground passage, this thing, and your electricity is being, all the earlier halogen bulbs are being converted into LED, and if you see the road widening is being done, and your water meters are being changed, and it is going to be a metered one. So such kind of things are started at a small level to improve the current living style. But whereas what we are envisaging at present at major cities is kind of the intelligent transportation systems, which means utilizing Internet of Things and AI for traffic management. Current example is like you have traffic signals which have some timers running between each sites. It is a study which has been done, and it shows that the traffic congestion at this point in time, major peak hours, and based on that the timers are set. Whereas when you evolve to artificial intelligence based system, where you will have to go in fixing systems like cameras which reads current traffic, which counts the number of vehicles, which can differentiate between two-wheelers, three-wheelers, four-wheelers, and heavy traffic, heavy trucks and other such, and also capable of reading the number plates also. So what does that mean? When we are speaking about traffic transportation management, why we are speaking about an AI system is that it provides huge advantages. For example, it can also play a huge role in enhancing the public safety. When I said that artificial intelligent cameras, like cameras can can give you the count the number of vehicles, and it also can read the number plates and other things. If there is any kind of an issue in security and you want theft or something, you can track such numbers automatically, and it will be giving you active feedbacks, dynamic feedbacks in fact. And one such thing was, as I said, was safety measures, and also energy management is also comes into play. What if the traffic signals speaks between each other? The traffic signal which are adjacent to each other speaks to each other. It just says it doesn't go on monotonous basis, and it gives cues how many seconds the next signal should open up. Such nature, and it doesn't only saves a lot in terms of fuel and energy, but also the efficiency of the entire city improves a lot. And also, it also plays a major role in efficient waste management systems like the sensors and data analytics to streamline waste collection recycling process, which I said is very similar to this transportation system. And whatever we do and speak, at the end of the day, there has to be the local community involvement into every what we say enforcements or new changes that is going to come. There has to be an active participations from the local community, and it doesn't only not only inputs. It has to be an active in the sense there has to be a platform to pitching new ideas and such. And I don't know how many of you have heard about carbon neutral cities. There are two towns currently in Tamil Nadu which have taken such an initiative. The entire city is going to become a carbon neutral city. So what they are focusing there is that they want to decongest the cities by creating ring roads for the city, and they want to improve the green covers. Plus, the government has decided that there will be a focused government mechanism, guided under the guidance of the collector, where the eligible factories are subsidized heavily. The current norms are close to 40 to 60% subsidy, but whereas what they are speaking about is the industry which are falling in these towns, the carbon neutral towns, they are ready to do more than 80%. So there is an active talk going on, and there is huge progress in such, even in India. Going ahead, so the importance of mobility in urban growth. So we have seen what kind of advantages that mobility can create in an urban growth. One, as I said in the introduction, that if the transportation time, everything depends upon time. It doesn't mean there is no, if you are going to delink the distance and replace it to time, the equation changes. For example, if you want, as I said, this Bangalore city currently, if you see, it is fully congested, and the Hosur is also now fully congested, and there is a plan to build metros in Hosur also, and new airport is coming in Hosur. And now, how these transportation systems are going to become affordable, and how they are going to play a major role in decongesting the cities. So one is transportation networks. Efficient transportation systems can cut down congestions and pollution in urban areas. So what does efficient transportation system means? For example, you are living, someone living in, I will go ahead with the same example of Bangalore city, which is a very good current example. Someone staying in Hebal and they want to go out to the out, go towards Mysore Road or Outer Ring Road. They will definitely take minimum 2 hours. What is the efficiency providing a huge broad roads and metros? So a person from his home has to reach the metro station. He has to put his vehicle down there and board a metro, and he has to go down and get down at the designated station there. And again from there, the nearby bus stand or railway station has to be very close, which means that the transportation network that being created or should be such a way that it has to be integrated to each other. So, which means now recent mobility, shared mobility kind of plays a major role, and parking lots has to be provided near the metro stations, and these metro stations has to be closer to either railway stations or bus stands of such nature. And social equity, access to diverse mobility options, which we were speaking earlier, that it has to be an integrated one and not just one mode should be tried. If you take Ahmedabad, for example, it was a very good example that they tried a dedicated lane for bus. There will be a central median and 2 lanes for onwards and reverse, means leeway roads are available in the main roads, like heart lines of the city. So it was a tried and tested one, and it is giving great benefit. So such kinds of what to say, diverse mobility option has to be tested. Even in Mumbai, if you see, there are all kinds of mobility options. One is they are going ahead with metro rail, they are going ahead with mono rail, they are going ahead with the suspended rail, now bullet train. So such kinds of things has to be invited, and it should be promoted as well, and it should be very well experimented and propagated across. So again, going, nothing to speak more about on sustainable transport, as we have spoken many things about the different varieties of infrastructure that government needs to do, whereas the same responsibility has to be taken from the community side or the people side also. So we have to encourage more on two-wheeler which are battery operated, and bicycles and walking also should be promoted. The culture across Europe and major Western societies, if you see, walking and biking and taking public transport is hugely promoted, and they don't see any kind of what to say. Not they don't take it as cheap options. So, what role the technology can play in smart cities? So, one is real-time data collection, which is nothing but uh, going forward. It is all about artificial intelligence, where you read every single movement is converted into a data in terms of numbers. You count everything and you link it to many attributes like time tested, linked to time. For example, the peak hour traffic, how many vehicles are coming, how many are using two-wheelers, how many are taking shared vehicles, how many are going with public transport. All real-time data collection is very much important one at this point in juncture, so that the future predictions can be done based on realistic data, and the solutions that develop or evolve after that will be close to the reality. So second one is smart traffic management, which is nothing but currently in India we are speaking about bringing in traffic control, not traffic management. Traffic control is being propagated, not management. So traffic management is nothing but it is a vast network of traffic data is being controlled centrally, and information is shared to them actively, and it is controlled. And major cities right now are implementing through one project in Hyderabad. They have come with a command control center, which doesn't only actively controls the traffic, but also uh, controls these crimes, and details are shared actively across many platforms. Integrated transportation nodes, as we spoke about, it is not only just a government launches a metro project, it doesn't solve anything, but that system has to be integrated one, and it has to be linked with multi nodes. And the other option is enhanced public services. So it is not only that the facilities are available, but it has to be very convenient based systems. So many of you would have seen in the recent airports. The thing is, they are going into paperless access. One is Digi Yatra is being implemented, and even now these railways. If you see, there are many. The earlier days, you need to carry a ticket, physical copy. Now you don't have to do that. You can carry a simple SMS. So it doesn't mean that. Means what we try to say here is that you will have to go digital. Very similar to kind of payment systems that are being adopted in India, which is a global benchmark of which everyone speaks about, the UPI thing. So smart traffic lights, as we discussed. So we will have to evolve to an area where traffic systems speaks to each other, and it is kind of a real-time transport update has to be there between. There is a system which is already there in major cities, and it has to be evolved and move to smaller cities as well through a sustainable or cost viable manner. And few case studies, if you see, if we, many, there are plenty, not just three, there are plenty. One such I would say is Shanghai, which they say industrial city, the highest polluted city once in before 6 years. But now, if you see, it is one is nowhere in the list now. And Singapore's traffic management, one such a beautiful thing where the entire city, the city coverage of greenery is close to 30%, and they have made a command control center to control the traffic, and they have really achieved 15% efficiency in their system. And same thing goes with Barcelona's smart lighting and Amsterdam's bike sharing programs. So, how do we overcome the challenges presently? There are plenty. One is limited funding and investments. One beautiful example right now in India, what is happening is the development of roads, PPP model. Earlier, government, when I said that present road construction or road laying, which is hitting 15 kilometers per day, it is not just something which we can post. There are many efforts which have gone behind that. One is project viability and funding mechanism. So there is a new mechanism which is created for Nahai, where the government funds the initial phase, and the company which is going to do the toll maintenance and operate the toll, they will have to bring in funding also, and that funding is also backed and guaranteed by the government. So such kind of innovative solutions, yes, it is being coming. And the bullet train project, of course, the volume, the massiveness of the investment is close to 60,000 crore, not one two, it is 60,000 crore. And yes, India has achieved the financial closure for that through loans from Japan. And not only that, and surprising factor is that the interest rate is only 3% per annum. So the second thing is resistant to change. As we said, the stakeholders like the community that which is for whom these things are brought into is that there should be a mass adoption towards this public transportation and adoption to newer technologies, EV adoptions and such. And from government side, as we were speaking earlier, the transportation integration, like there should be a hub kind of system where each system is integrated to the other one. And technology disparity, of course, we are forging ahead in many digital initiatives, and there is no depth in India. And the community should evolve in adopting latest technologies, and they should be aware of what is AI, IoT, and other such things. Yeah, there are challenges associated with it, but yes, there is advantage to it also. So strategies for integrated urban mobility is one is comprehensive transportation plan, extensively we have discussed, and investment in public transport. Yes, in India we are doing it. Promotion of mixed use developments. This is one area where major cities are being doing. There are commercial complexes. Like if you take in Hyderabad, one beautiful thing about that city is that the metro rail was developed by a private party, and lands were leased to that company, and that lands were used to build commercial complexes, shopping malls and other things, and they have built an enormous parking facility for these metros. The people who are using the metro, they can park their vehicles at free of cost in that mall by just showing that tickets. And also, the mixed use in the sense, it should not only be a pure commercial space or pure play commercial, it has to be developed with residential as well, and it has to be high-rise construction of shops. And the present lacuna in kind of land usage, where that land was given on a lease of 99 years. So when we are speaking about mixed use, people will never go and invest on a leased land. The land has to be owned. So there has to be policy improvements there. And of course, communities engagement in actively adopting all these and in active feedback as well. And all these decisions has to be data driven. So future trends in smart cities and mobility, there are many developments are being taken place as we speak. And one such thing is autonomous vehicles, where vehicles can operate on their own. Many vehicles in today current levels are attached to facilities where they help in maintaining the lanes. They see actively monitor the drivers, auto parks itself, and going forward, there are many companies which are coming into driverless without steeringless vehicles, and yeah, electric vehicle infrastructure. It is not only adopting the EVs but also the infrastructure to uh, charge those vehicles. The platform that it has to be ready, when it has to be available at taps. And mobility as a service, recently MG has launched this as their solution that people own vehicle at a considerable cost, but they are supposed to pay on for the distance that they travel. So it's a very good option, and surprisingly, it is being a huge hit as well for their electric vehicle. And sustainability in urban planning. So we have been speaking in previous slide that the traffic management system through AI. So the traffic signals should speak to each other, and it has to regulate the waiting period. In similar way, we were saying it has to read the number of vehicles it has to differentiate the number of types of vehicles and forecast the peak congestions. So, it has to be an integrated solution. And as we speak, in everything that community plays a major role, it has to be at the forefront in adopting this so that it will be a successful one. So with this slide, I'll conclude my presentation. That key takeaways is that in smart cities and mobility, the integrated technology for transportation, it should be helpful to various other safety parameters, waste management systems as such. And there has to be an active participation from many stakeholders, right from this education system, like this thing, and private party players and pure play people from exports from overseas. So many examples are available right now, and we should be able to take such case studies and localize such innovative ideas for better implementation skill. So innovative strategies for urban living. So new ideas. Yeah, we are good at implementing new ideas, and it should be. There is no depth in that. Future trends shaping cities, like anticipating future trends. As we said, integrated solution, which means that we get data-driven approach at this junction, so that we can predict future uh, requirements and goals. And other sustainable practices, like as we said, we should take active lessons from across the globe, and we will be implementing it here. So I'll be open to questions now, if you can ask.
Thank you, Vasu sir, for the wonderful presentation. There is no queries from the participants. If they ask, I'll forward it to your mail, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Dear participants, you can join by 7:30 p.m. for the next session. Thank you. Dear participants, let us start the next session of today's FTP. Today we have Dr. Sendamal Kumar sir, professor in Periyar Maniamma Institute of Science and Technology, Tanjavur. He has completed his PhD at Anna University, Chennai. His area of expertise is soil dynamics and liquefaction. And he has published more than 70 papers, and he has attended 100 plus conferences. He has published 11 plus books. And some of the achievements include he has received Academic Excellence Award from IE Tamil Nadu State Center, and he has been appointed as Independent Director, Urban Expert for Tanjavur Smart City Limited. And he is a chartered engineer, and he is also a registered geotechnical engineer. These are some main achievements. And he has received many government funds for doing projects. And he also delivered many lectures to various universities, colleges, etc. And as a director, Center for Climate Change, he has received some grant from the Department of Environment, Government of Tamil Nadu, Chennai, for the establishment of Environmental Information System Center at Center for Climatic Change. So with this brief introduction, I would like to invite Dr. Sendamal sir to proceed with today's session. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Can you see the slide, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good evening to one and all for the great opportunity given to me to just discuss whatever I know, but it is not very even in the application of AI in the various engineering field, it is flourishing like anything in the past 5 years, but the application of AI in civil engineering still we have to start, particularly in the academic people as well as in the industry people, they have to apply. Just we have started already. So this is, I congratulate the organizers, Madam Ravanya Madam and Jairam sir for the great initiation for the course. Faculty development program in the artificial intelligence, particularly for the application in civil engineering field. So I hope already you have a lot of exposure in AI and the application, but I want to discuss whatever. So before wherever I present, even though I present many places, before starting the main agenda of the presentation, always I have some slide for the eye opening of the participants. Maybe you may be already, you know all the things, but it is responsibility as a faculty to recall everything as a responsibility. So my simple question is for the coming slides, who is responsible is my question. I will also, my answer I will tell at the end of the slide. So the first slide, this is the image captured during after tsunami, very near to Nagapattinam, that is named Kichambuppam. So the mother crying after seeing his dead body of his son. So the tsunami is a word only we learned after the tsunami 2004 December, but as a technocrats, as a learners, it is our responsibility to teach for the innocent public about the tsunami and how to safeguard our properties as well as ourselves from the tsunami. This is the various images. Since all the participants are civil engineering, so I want to show some slides related to civil engineering field. So this is the a hand towards everyone. This is the scenery in the November, December, October, November, December, even the January also this year. But everybody, we are suffering due to a lot of water, particularly our Chennai, Tirunelveli, Coimbatore, Bombay, Uttarakhand. Every year they are suffering due to excess amount of rain that is pouring of water in the form of cloud bursting and other things. But this is the scenario after February. So everywhere, all over world, all over India, even Tamil Nadu, everywhere we can see this is the condition in the month of April, May, June. So this is every year we are receiving a cyclone at any form. We are naming for cyclone with the different forms, but what is our responsibility to safeguard or other things? Otherwise, at least we can prevent the failure of the structures or damages of the structures or from the loss of monetary loss as well as casualties. What is our responsibility? So this is a very 100 years old images are there. So for the almost for the 25 years, I am presenting the same slide with the same images. It is I am addressing at various forum regarding the pandemic and epidemic. Expect just damages in the past period, but in the 2019, after that, for the 2-3 years, we are suffering due to various uh, uh, damages or losses. Even kids and kids will have left out from us due to corona. So even now, various research outcomes are coming that due to coronavirus, our bodies, particularly our blood vessels, are suffered due to inflammation by the coronavirus. So it leads to heart attack, sudden brain stroke. Even now, the researchers are telling that there is a possibility of vertical growth of cancer due to this type, blood cancer, particularly blood cancer due to coronavirus. So this is our responsibility. What will we are going to do? This is everywhere, particularly it is in the construction industry. Similarly, at various industry, we are visualizing, we are witnessing, and this type of uh, unwanted things. But now we know only in the Cancer Institute at Adayar. 15 years back or 20 years back, only we know the hospital for cancer only at Adayar, but every state we have clinic or all the big hospitals, they have separate division for cancer treatment. So our kids and kids, daily we are witnessing that they are suffering, particularly our young generation, students, they are suffering at various level, even in the school level also very, very pathetic. Our situation is going very worst. We are witnessing every day. So this is, if you see the images, there are 5 images in the top, 2 images in the bottom. So the 2 images are at the singing state, but in the floating level, there is 5 images. You can easily differentiate between these, the upper images and lower images. What is the reason? So the excess consuming of food by some minimum part of the people, but there is a requirement for the food and cloth and food, cloth and even shelter for the most of the people in India, Tamil Nadu, even worldwide. There is a very, very pathetic condition. So see, everywhere everybody we are thinking that if you throw out the garbages or any unwanted things, either it is degradable or non-degradable, if you throw out from your house to the street, or nearby empty land, empty vacant land, plot, our problems are solved. But the world is round. If you throw the dust, any waste in the outside, definitely it will return to your home in the form of water, in the form of milk, or in the form of food, or even in the form of air. So the particulated matter PM 2.5, PM 10, it is making very worst condition, and make even Delhi, they are changing the traffic, even number, odd number. So most of the time they are giving holidays to the school. So this is condition. See the condition. This is the real images taken at our Tanjavur town. Except in the a man spitting in the street. So this is the condition everywhere. So imagine how what is the quantity of um, diseases now we are facing. Say this is the condition with every street, every look and corner of the street, and even just outside of our house, we are seeing this. So this is, if you open the paper, any newspaper, or if you open any news channel, even every 10 minutes we are watching this type of accident related. So the vehicles are invented to travel from one place to another place with the safe and joy. But we are misusing with the family, our friends, everything. So this is happening. Even it is we cannot imagine the damage, particularly due to various war. Now Israel, Palestine, Ukraine, Russia, even various countries. So this we are claiming that our country, our state, our district is open defecation free nation, open defecation free state, open defecation free district, but reality is different. So finally, the question is still there: who is responsible to stop or prevent or at least minimize this all the things? So my answer is you and me. As a technocrats, our responsibility is more compared to everybody. Particularly, we are civil engineers. Civil means civilization. So Nagarigam. So that is our responsibility to work. So how can you stop this? Only it's very simple answer. Just to follow the professional ethics, we can stop it. So with this, we can just go inside our regular agenda. So AI, artificial intelligence. I hope you are for 3 days. You got exposure many things on AI, and particularly in civil engineering. So I'm just most of the things may be repeated in my address also, but everything for our particularly since I hope we are all from academic institute and industry. So the need of the hours for research application of AI in civil engineering is very big. So if you all just start the research or any project or any consultancy work or anything, even teaching also, now using AI is very mandatory by various approving authorities. So we have to start everything at least now. So AI, introduction of AI in various divisions of civil engineering. So first, I am going to cover only what are the various application for the future application. Then what are the history of the AI in the past period? AI, it is not new, only the artificial intelligence word may be new for us, but in particularly in civil engineering, mechanical engineering, the artificial intelligence is almost 100 years, having 100 years history, but with various name. But now we are using the ICT tools, we are applying the AI. That is the we are very easily and quickly we can solve the problems by using ICT tools in the form of AI. But the artificial intelligence in the civil engineering is very very long history we have. Similarly, now what are the application of AI in the current scenario? What are the advancement it is going on? Then what are the requirement for the future, particularly for the academicians? What are the research area having we are for large potential for the research project and other application area. So in the particularly in the civil engineering, so the nowadays from history to any industry, even analysis of previous, even today we are very just we are all the Tamilians or Tamil Nadu people are very very happy that even 5,300 years back iron was in our Tamil Nadu area. So it is the invention. This very today is our chief minister also very happily announcing. We can just witness the all the news media. So in our civil engineering is all the industry, we have to incorporate all the AI and AI related tools for the development and other things. We have a lot of possibility and potential to apply the AI in the design planning stage or preparation stage or design stage, even during the construction, not only in the construction, after the construction for the proper maintenance of all the infrastructure developed in civil engineering field. So the application of AI is very, very essential nowadays. For example, the AI in the form of various monitoring, our Rameswaram Pamban Bridge, almost 35 years old Pamban Bridge was monitored for the 35 years in the form of sensors. So it is artificial intelligence. So in the form of intelligence, now we are naming it as the artificial intelligence. So Pamban Bridge in 1989, I witnessed the sensors in the Pamban Bridge. So it is one type of artificial intelligence. Still they are maintaining with various ICT tools for the safeguard and to increase the lifespan of the bridges. Like this, in everywhere we are applying now various AI tools for the maintenance also, for the particularly for the safety. So from the starting itself, from the planning itself, we have to concentrate on the safety of the construction, because the safety is the ultimate aim for the any construction or any civil engineering structures. If you fail in the safety aspects, then during the construction, after construction. So I hope we all remember the Maulivakkam incident. If you properly apply the AI, applied in the AI tools during the construction, definitely we can safeguard. So due to us Maulivakkam incident, we suffered, our construction industry suffered almost 3-4 years. Now only we are coming up. So if we apply them, so I think we are what is the current application and future application, everything just we are going to highlight. So what is artificial intelligence? Already I hope you are all already you are familiar. I don't want to elaborate much on the definition for AI. Just AI is simulating the human mind with the machine. Just make the machine to perform with itself like our thinking, our mind thinking. So this is by using the some programs. So we have as a civil engineering professionals, if you are familiar with the programming or coding, it is well and good. Otherwise, we can make use of the ICT professionals or computer peoples. Just and then in the AI, there is a main part is machine learning. So if you incorporate the machine learning technique, then only we can achieve a high potential from the AI. So nowadays, all the machines are particularly in our 3D printing. So now our people are printing the houses, started to print the houses. Similarly, already in the pre-stressing and prefabrication technique, we are our people, particularly various construction field, even in Tamil Nadu, some of the industries they are making use of AI in pre-stressing and prefabricated structures. Then deep learning. So this is another part of application of our AI. Then our NLP, natural language processing. So it is another network area we have potential to apply in the form of AI. Then now AI, VA, it is coming very familiar. Now most of the industry, particularly in the cement industry people and other, but even our wood carving, they are using the AI, VA. So similarly, our engineering having lot of uh, application in the decision making, automating the process, predicting the outcomes. So without wasting any that even time, money and material. So without wasting the money, material and time. So we can make it 100% effective using the AI. That is the optimizing the design. Now the frugal engineering, it is very, very essential for the minimizing the cost of the construction. Now the building materials, labor and the other things are going up. So we cannot control the cost of the labor, cost of the material. But if you can minimize the or optimize the wastage of the material or optimize the time or optimize the money or we can optimize the labors. By using the AI, we can optimize everything. It is called frugal engineering. Now it is coming up with a very super word that is frugal engineering. So the frugal engineering is applicable for all the industry, not only civil, not only mechanical. So now it is the word is coined very beautifully. It is applying very well. Then increasing the efficiency after the construction. So it is very, very important. So the efficiency of the any structures is very, very important because now the bridges are continuously monitored and the operational efficiency is increased by the application of AI. Now the now we are speaking about the 8-lane, 6-lane, all the expressways, even a runway also we are now monitored with a very high aeroplanes, and then harbors. Everywhere we are increasing the efficiency of the constructed structures using the AI. Then as mentioned earlier, AI is encompassing various technology, the upcoming latest technology, machine learning, neural networks, expert system, and similarly various visual using AI. Then and the AI is applied in the planning stage, designing stage, construction management, then particularly in the geotechnical analysis, then monitoring the structure after construction, particularly in the during the various unexpected events like earthquake or tsunami or cyclones or whatever the natural disaster or man-made disaster, we can easily safeguard our people by using the AI. It is the very, very important compared to any other things. The disaster management using AI, that is, it is very important. So the past, the history of the AI. In 1970 to 1970, in very initial step, they started about the artificial intelligence, but at that time it is not named as artificial intelligence, but it is by using some simple algorithms they used to design a structure. But for the decision making, for effective design or for optimizing the design or optimizing the placing of the various elements and our decision making of the size of the elements or even size of the room also, they started using artificial intelligence for the effective planning, designing, construction, and maintenance. So the finite element method is very finite difference method and finite element method. Where all the engineers know, but it is the very initial stage of the artificial intelligence. Now it is incorporated with the various tools. Very any complicated structures or complicated design, including our underground structures or tunnelings or even harbors or runways, even national highways, everything. Anyway, any type of complicated structures or very complex analysis are very easily carried out by using the finite element method nowadays. By using the AI, we are getting lot of iteration in the design also. During the construction planning also, we used the AI system for the scheduling and cost estimation, particularly for the critical path method, PERT and CPM, both PERT and CPM, we used to plan for the planning for the material, planning for the flow of money, for the planning of the labors, everything. But there is a lot of few limitations in the past period also. That is computing power. Now we have superpower computers, supercomputers, and all the facilities. But in the past period, it is very limited. Then data set, data analysis, very with the minimum data set. The training the machine in the past periods is very complicated. So the requirement, and now lot of data we have since and the formation of data set or data analysis or data creation nowadays, it is very essential for everywhere. But in the past, for example, the construction of our Pragadiswara temple, big temple, so what that is big temple in Tanjavur or Madurai Meenakshi temple or any structures in Tamil Nadu, there is no data base for the method of construction or method of material, type of material used, or what are the labor involved. Then no data is available for the any monuments or any type of construction. We have lot of um, um, heritage structures in our Tamil Nadu, but no data is are available for the analysis. That is the reason. But now we have very beautifully we are storing all the data. Then expert system experts, particularly in the expert in the field of artificial intelligence, particularly in the civil engineering, it is very minimum in the now present. We have lot of various tools. We have now very scientific tools or technologically very advanced tools we have, but very well known the AI tools for our civil engineering is BIM, Building Information Model. Almost past 30 years we are using the BIM. Similarly, now we are enhancing the BIM with the artificial intelligence machine tools, machine learning, and various ICT tools in the BIM. So with this, we can easily optimize, or we can just visualize the expected size of the structure or any provision or any even coloring and other thing, all the facilities and some services, everything we can easily model using BIM and AI enhanced ICT tools. So then AI is used to predict the structural failure, as mentioned in the our 35 years old our compound bridge like this. Most of the buildings now monitored using AI tools to avoid the when the stress change. Even in the electrical gadgets also in the building, it is continuously monitored by using particularly now the MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing system, all the MEP gadgets are easily monitored by using the AI in the very low, very multi-story buildings or any type of buildings, even in the small houses, we are using AI to monitor the structural services and similarly structural elements. Then for the maintenance also, we can easily predict and easily execute the maintenance work, and we can even avoid the maintenance and repair or rehabilitation by using the AI tools. Then during the construction also, then very important, and next one is traffic management system using AI. Now driverless cars are ready. Driverless already we have train, metro rail and other things. Even near future we can enjoy the driverless flight also. So in the traffic, we can for the effective traffic flow or traffic management, even I so the accident related slide in the previous slide. So you can easily avoid at least the accident, loss of human life, as well as the monetary loss. So the traffic control or traffic effective traffic control in the city or any highways or expressways, it is the need of the hour for the avoiding the any accident or minimize the increase the optimum use of our traffic transportation system, all the transportation system, including urban and then automation and robotics in construction. Now, most of the country, they are, and our laborers are afraid about the minimizing the labors by using the robotics. But the same way it happened when we are introducing the computer. All the government officers are against the introduction of computer in the government offices because they are afraid that we will be eliminated from the government office, then computer will occupy all the chairs and tables. But it is not true. Now everywhere we are using computer and computer related software, but with the skilled labor, so skilled officers. So similarly in the construction also, there is no possibility to reduce the labor, but we can increase the potential of the labor by using the robotics and automation system in the construction. Then autonomous vehicle, drones and robotics, these are all now used in the construction. Drones are used to transport the material for the high-rise buildings with various quantity or various height. Similarly, in the surveying, particularly in the surveying period now, DGPS with the accuracy, we can measure any field. If you have the FMB sketch in our hand for any size of area, we can easily locate the boundaries for the FMB sketch using the differential GPS system. It is very essential nowadays to eliminate the court cases between brothers and sisters. Yeah, because we have most of the cases are again only because of the boundary problem of the land. So using this DGPS, now we are almost in Andhra. They are going to complete all the digitization of all the FMB sketch using the DGPS. Now India in Tamil Nadu, almost most of the district they are almost going to complete, but the almost 70-80% of the district we have to measure in Tamil Nadu. So if the student, if you our academic people, just ask your student to familiar with the DGPS, there are a lot of potential for employability as well as self-employment using the DGPS. Similarly, our total station, other things, all the digital distance meters, we can use using AI. Then AI drones already aerial photography, just monitoring the construction, safety assessment and other things using the drone. It is more than that, our aerial measurement of the area. So very big area can be easily measured with no time using the drones nowadays, like our satellite. Okay, then see application in the geotechnical engineering from to soil testing, mapping, then slope stability analysis and design of foundation using very effectively we can apply in the geotechnical engineering. Now, what are the well-known AI-driven software now available? So it is almost all the civil engineering software embedded with the AI. But mostly if you are familiar with this type of AI enabled software, that is the very boon for our students improvement as well as increase the employability potential of our students. If you teach them, definitely they will become very asset for our nation, for everything. So, but for the AI in smart city, AI in smart city now in our Tanjavur, just I am the independent director, but various parts and various places we effectively used in the AI. But then the problem is in the uh, uh, cooperation from the public is very sometimes problem, but in future definitely our people public also will realize the application of AI in the various areas. But the application of AI in smart city planning, from the planning to execution, and after that, after the completion of the smart city concept, and the maintenance and monitoring, everywhere the AI is very particularly, uh, for example, in Singapore, there is the one of Pakka application of AI for monitoring all the activities, transportation, even everywhere, even for the supply of water, gas, everywhere they are effectively using the AI. That is why they are developing like anything by means of infrastructure as well as GDP and other things. So the traffic prediction we are using in the smart city, how to minimize or how to optimize the parking, how to optimize the that use of the vehicles as well as all the accident prone area. Then similarly smart grids. So nowadays both gas supply or the energy current or electricity supply or water supply, we are optimizing using the AI. Particularly, we supported our Mayiladuthurai municipality for the supply of water using AI. Just now started to monitor and just control the consumption of water, excess unnecessary consumption of water, as well as control the flow of water with the proper pressure as well as proper distribution of the water. Even for the supply of water for the Ramanathapuram, Rameswaram and other things, we are supplying from the water from the Muttarasanallur near Trichy. Almost even so the water supply is here partially optimized by using the AI. So just they started to install various devices. So recently they have planned to monitor everything and supply with the uniform pressure, and to monitor the wastage of water as well as to monitor the misuse of consumption of water, everything. So similarly, this electricity supply also now energy meters are everywhere. Even now, all the houses are asked to install the solar energy panels. So the solar energy produced in the houses are directly supplied to the grid. So it is easily monitored, and monetary benefit also the house owners are getting in the form of reduction in current bill charged for the consumption. So it is one way of the environmental protection as well as minimizing our regular production of energy. So construction monitoring, it is a well-known factor for how the AI is now very beautifully incorporated in the monitoring the construction process, particularly in the M. So material, machine, money, the management, managing the M. Now we are using the SAP. Now it is the very becoming very familiar, almost in all the construction industry, using the ERP software SAP for the M management, M management, and whatever the management. So with this, we can easily minimize the wastage or minimize the avoid the any wastage of time or anything. So we can easily optimize the usage of machineries and labors. From that, we can increase the productivity as well as we can minimize the maintenance during the construction as well as after the construction. Then health monitoring of the bridges, roads, and other infrastructure. Now everywhere it is essential, as well as almost very successfully they installed a lot of monitoring system at various levels. Even in the most of the bridges is monitored using AI tools. Similarly, in the harbors and airport, now they have lot of monitoring system they installed. So it is mostly it is leading to avoid the all the to safeguard the people from the any unwanted disaster in the airport as well as in the railway also, in the particularly in the our metro rail, we have lot of health monitoring system. It's a very effectively they are monitoring. Then structural health monitoring already even in the small cracks or increase in temperature in the building due to any settlement or any stress development in the beams or columns or any elements, or due to any small, even very small vibration, like earthquake or any even the bomb blasting also. So we can easily monitor the structures. Then the integrity of building and bridges or any structures, it is easily possible only by using AI. Then what are the challenges in the present AI adoption in civil? So as we have mentioned in the present, the data quality. Nowadays, the data, available data is more, but in the quality of the data or the that is applicability of the data is very questionable. So the data quality and availability is very questionable, because a very most of the quality of the testing or even for say academicians, we know well, for the namesake, people are testing the materials. Just they are casting the cube, but one day they are bringing with some false date for the testing. Simply they are getting one signed certificate to claim for bill, not for quality maintenance, not for quality management. Just only to claim the bill, they are testing the material. Similarly, even soil testing, now we are only conducting the soil test for namesake to get the bill, not for structural design, or not for the foundation design. So in from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, we have only one nation, like national song, national bird, like we have national column size 23 centimeter by 23 centimeter. Similarly, national foundation size 5 feet by 5 feet. So whatever the size of, we are simply whatever the type of soil or nature of the soil, either it is water-prone area, waterlogged area, without considering anything, we are simply putting the foundation for the soil, which is very collapsible or very expensive, but with very soft soil or very loose soil, we are providing the isolated footing instead of pile foundation or raft foundation without considering. But we are conducting the soil test for namesake. But what is the quality of the data? That is a very, very big question in the in the quantity and quality of the data. So the data, available data should be validated. But for the validation also, we need the quality data. That is another problem now. So, as academicians, we have to take care on the data development and data data creation of the database on the material quality or building elements quality data, testing data, and the other things. It is a very big challenge against our civil engineering technocrats to create the quality data. Creating the data is everybody we are doing, but developing the quality data is very, very essential in the application of the AI, particularly in the civil engineering. And I hope in other divisions, like civil, mechanical engineering, electrical, they are almost maintaining the quality, but very, very pathetic condition in civil engineering is since all the construction not monitored properly by civil engineers. Only in the masons, masonry, they are monitoring, they are constructing. That is the problem with our civil engineering field. That is why I am asking all the technocrats, please involve, even though you can maybe a professor, lecturer, or assistant professor, whatever the category, but just to extend your technology to the rural people as well as the local people or public. Then only they can get they realize that the importance of the civil engineers for the construction or design, just to optimize the usage of the everything. So that is a very need of the hour to increase the quality. Then integration of the existing system. That is another major challenge for the civil engineers with the traditional engineering. Nowadays, even I hope in 2001 or 2000 IS 18, IS 456, our concrete code. Concrete code was modified that M20, M15 concrete up to M15 concrete, it should be used only for the PCC. Only from the M20 concrete, we have to use for RCC. For any RCC, the grade of the concrete should be more than M20. But still, even after 25 years, people are, even our engineers, civil engineers, not Mesri or Sital Kotanath, even our civil engineers, they are only providing 1 to 4 concrete. Simply they know. If you ask, if you go to any site, if you ask the people what is the ratio you are using, 1 to 4, sir. 1 to 4, it is even 25 years also, we cannot change our mentality of the people, even the civil engineers. So that is a very problem with our. So the traditional engineering system should be incorporated or integrated with our AI tools. Then only we can easily effectively use the AI tools. Another reason, it is a very complex and costly nowadays for the civil engineers, not for others. So civil engineer must get familiar with the AI tools. Even our civil engineering teachers, they are afraid to use the AI tool for the preparation of our e-content as well as for teaching also. Simply they are still, most of the people, they are using PPT and other things. So we have to incorporate all the AI tools, then only the students know how to use them. Then cost and implementation. So the very initial high cost is required for application or updating the AI system in the civil engineering, in the traditional engineering system. That is another major another major problem. So because now, for example, BIM for the training of the building information model, the trainers they are asking almost 1.5 lakhs. So it is very, very costly for the ordinary academicians or industry people to get the knowledge in the BA. Similarly, for the others, so it should be simplified or minimized the generalized for the net. Then skilled workflow, that is another major drawback in our civil engineering. So in the civil engineering, not only civil engineers are involving, whoever know the bricks, cement, sand, and jelly, they are involving in the construction industry. So that is the skill skill level of the um, people, the stakeholders in the civil engineering is very, very low. So we have to increase the skill level for the people in the. So how AI in structural design. So in the structural design, we are using the areas, AI in the analysis, planning, and other things during the analysis or during the process of designing or at all the levels to solve the very, very complicated process or complicated problems we are using the AI, particularly in the decision making. Or we are using the AI tools, so we can enhance the application of the AI in the decision making. Then design automation. Nowadays, we can get various iteration process. Even the size of the matrix in finite element method may be very any size, but easily we can, within no time, we can get the output of design, analysis, and other things with the various iteration process, or we can easily modify the data. We can easily modify the size of the elements. We can optimize the size of the element or anything by using various trial and error process using the AI tools only. So this is the very, then drafting of the everything, even for the layout preparation, also for the effective usage of the entire area by using trial and errors process for the drafting of the layout. We can use the AI system. Even during those who, the civil engineers who involved in the DTCP approval process, know what are the difficulty in uploading the drawing in the DTCP in the process. So we can easily use the AI tools. Easily we can minimize all the things. Within no time we can upload the drawings. Then even it is the one of the area having very high potential to our students. So just ask the students to get to familiarization with the DTCP process. Also, the very problem is even our students, they don't know what is FMB sketch, what is uh, what is the various setting out of the various points in that FMB sketch, other things. At least make the students to familiar with the various things. Then optimization the geometry already we discussed, even in the size of the room, in size of the column, size of the various building elements, even wall, location of the wall, everything, even size of the steps, location of the steps, everything, the AI tool is optimizing the everything with the maximum benefit in the form of the usage of area. So that is a very major advantage of the AI in design. Then generative design. Now almost all the designs software based on the finite element method is AI enabled. So we can usually analyze for the any type of loads. Even previously we concentrate only in the gravity force. Then slowly we added earthquakes load. Now another load, that is wind force, we are considering. But a lot of possibility, even based on the soil test, we have to find out the P delta analysis, that is settlement analysis and differential settlement analysis. So we have to incorporate the differential settlement data for the analysis and design. Then only we can avoid any even small cracks in the building. So on the trial and error of the various combination of the various load in the build design or analysis, it is very much essential for optimizing the everything. So the generative design is very helpful to optimize. Then load analysis, just for any combination or predicting the failure, most vulnerable load combination or various types of load, or we can easily change the direction and the quantity or everything we can easily, then particularly in the particular dynamic forces like already so wind doors, wind, earthquake force, even various dynamic live loads we have to consider nowadays. So even the coastal area, tsunami and cyclone. So easily we can analyze the any structures, then for the proper design analysis and distribution of the anything or distribution of the load with the actual expectation, we can easily model the process building using the AI further optimize the design. Then neural networks. Now in the design, but in the neural network, another problem is the training of the data. So various available data can be used for the neural network analysis. Using that, we can, using the previous data, we can design a new building with without failure or without cracks or even minimum with the minimum repairable condition. Even during the earthquake also we can easily design. So and then using the AI now, the material selection, that is another important factor. So the compatibility between various material is another major factor in the stability or minimum maintenance cost for the building. That is another major problem. Now almost we are slowly eliminating the usage of wood in the building. So we are galvanized sheet, aluminum, and other even fiber, even fiber reinforced doors are available now. All the we are using various material, but in the compatibility between the material is another. But now, for example, our fly ash bricks, everywhere we have the complaint against the fly ash brick. So it is not compatibility with the existing reinforcement like this. They are complaining the site. So they are complaining that lot of cracks are available. That is particularly in the temperature crack or shrinkage cracks are available in the brick, that is fly ash brick masonry. So we have to concentrate this type of problem by using the AI. Then environmental impact and sustainable conditions, even various cost factor, everything easily we can using AI we can minimize, particularly in the sustainable construction practice. So now green building concept is everywhere increasing in the particularly in the high-rise buildings. So we have to incorporate our lead statement. So for the lead statement application, we can easily use the AI tools. So then the performance of the selected materials, it is another factor. So the performance can be easily predicted using the AI tools. Almost with high precision, we can easily predict, particularly in the sustainability code using our NC National Green Building Council, NCBC. So they already they framed something, many things for the sustainability code. So when aligned with the various goals, we can choose the materials for the green building. So the green building rating is now becoming famous in our construction industry, particularly in the real estate business. it is a very catching word, sustainability construction, as well as green building rating, everything. So we can use the AI part. Then using the various recycled material or lightweight material or any other low cost, cost effective material without compromising the strength. There is another problem in construction industry to minimize the cost as well as increase the lifespan of the structure. So for that, AI driven tools is very essential, as well as it is a very good advantage of the selection of very proper compatibility material for the lightweight concrete or lightweight blocks or any material without, that is the problem is without compromising the strength of the material, strength of the concrete and other things. Then another is reducing the our manual labor by increasing the accuracy and innovative solution for the construction process or the design. So that is the another for the AI. Then lead but is the various modern construction, modern tools for the construction. Nowadays, we have lot of equipments, lot of technology for the construction, but all the construction technology as well as tools, they are enabled with AI and AI tools. So if you are familiar with all the AI tools related to our civil engineering and machineries as well as our technology, then only we can increase the optimize all the process. Then in the geotechnical engineering field, from starting to us from analysis or soil classification process, particularly the identification, the soil is very, very complicated process or complicated material in the construction. Because the soil having, there is no any unique property or unique in nature from place to place. Even 1 meter interval, there is a lot of changes in the soil in the vertical direction as well as in the horizontal direction. We are saying that soil is a homogeneous and isotropic medium, but in the soil is not like that in the natural deposit. So the decision making for the particular soil different soil variation in the horizontal direction as well as in the vertical direction, the application of the machine learning is very much essential to proper design of foundation or particularly identification of the type of soil. Now a lot of possibilities are available. So if you conduct the soil test in the laboratory as well as in the in the field, if you get the proper data, definitely you can get the proper soil classification, soil type, and various things, particularly in the plasticity index. Most of the civil engineers, they actually are not realizing the importance of the plasticity index. The plasticity index is the major parameter or index property which is deciding the behavior of the any soil. That is, we can easily apply the plasticity index if you properly conduct the Atterberg limits and the Atterberg test, liquid limit, plastic limit. Then you can predict the behavior of the soil, particularly in the construction of road, earth filling in the road construction, in the runway, even for the any underground structures, the plasticity index the major problem. So if you properly conduct and if you use the machine learning tools, AI is the very good guidance for our proper analysis of the soil. So then they evaluate the various parameters like soil strength, permeability, load bearing capacity of the soil. That is another very big opportunity for us to use the AI tools in the, particularly in the permeability. So the permeability sometimes make a problem for soil, sometimes may reduce the problem. For example, our soil filled in the flyovers in the national highways, but recently in our Tanjavur Trichy road, we get the failure in the side retaining wall, the slab. So only because of permeability problem. So if you properly design any structures, if you properly identify the permeability problem of any soil, we can solve most of the problem in the soil, either uneven settlement or failure or slope failure, particularly in the slope analysis or any retaining structure analysis. We can easily solve all the problem if you know, if you properly integrate AI tools with the permeability, but it's in the real permeability parameters. There is another. So like GIS data and borehole data, we can easily mapping the soil profile at various locations without any further soil test. We can easily apply the various tools. Then landslide, land hazard analysis. Now everywhere we can do, just if you go to our Himalayan ranges, lot of avalanches and landslides. So if you can monitor the slopes of various land slope or avalanche. So only because of AI tools, now we can easily predict the even our Paridas University, some of the professors, those who are my friends, they are doing a lot of research in the application of AI, particularly application of GIS, artificial intelligence, for the analysis of the slope failure in the Kodaikanal and Ooty area. So they are doing a lot of research. Like this, we can easily apply the AI tools for the landslide analysis in the hilly areas or river banks or any important structures, particularly even in the highways also, we can easily predict. For that also, we need some historical data and environmental data, other things. So the data set is once again, that is another problem for the proper and then liquefaction analysis. So most of the people, they don't know what is the liquefaction and liquefaction effect. But in our area, so far we are not facing any earthquake. But if any earthquake struck in our area, particularly in the all the river banks like our Vaiget river or Kaveri river or Pennar Vettar, everywhere there are a lot of loose sand deposits. Definitely, totally it can collapse due to induced liquefaction. So for the liquefaction assessment, liquefaction means like our quicksand. So most of all of you know the effect of quicksand in the various water bodies. So in the liquefaction under quicksand condition, easily we can predict and we can increase the strength of the soil. We can easily minimize the cyclic behavior of the load as well as cyclic resistance of the soil by using the prediction of the potential of the liquefaction using the AI tools. Now, a lot of tools are available for the various prediction as well as mapping. So another problem, the mapping also is. Then similarly, while for the analysis of the deep foundation. So another major problem, because at the shallow depth, when we can excavate the soil, we can find out the proper properties. Even for the shallow depth also, we are not properly conducting the test. But in the 5 meter, 10 meter or 15 meter depth, simply we are getting the disturbed soil only. So from the disturbed soil, we are getting the data. Using the disturbed soil data, we are designing the foundation. But if you use the AI tools for the proper interpolation or validation of the soil data, definitely you get the proper data for the soil, for the SPT as well as CPT. So cone penetration test are in the standard penetration test result. We can easily predict the false data using the AI. It is available now. So another stability already I have we have discussed about the various application of AI tools in the then in the open pit, not only in the open pit, just various slope, even river embankments, road embankments, highways raised, our highway road, everything we can then analysis and just integration of geotechnical data. It is another major area we can easily apply for the any prediction of the failure of the soil. Then design of foundation. So the design of foundation also we we apply a lot of tools, AI tools for the permutation combination of various design buildings as well as bridges or any type of structures. So in the for the even for the runway also we are now using the for the design of uh, uh, runway and taxiway, everything we are using. Then groundwater analysis are finding out the groundwater potential, particularly the contamination of the soil due to dumping of the waste in various city, starting from the village to town panchayat, municipality, corporation, everywhere in the dumping of waste, particularly mixing up in the degradable, non-degradable waste is creating lot of problem. So it is contaminating the water. Now every city getting not suitable to drink the water. So that is the major problem. So we can easily predict the model if you know the permeability of the soil, if you know the proper parameter of the soil, other parameters, then the hydrological data at the particular area, we can easily model the groundwater flow, and we can eliminate the contamination of the soil, contamination of the groundwater. We can safeguard the hydrological data. Even research the our aquifer. Researching the aquifer is another major problem. So for the to solve the aquifer recharging using the available rainwater or any water, it is the modeling is now available using the AI. So seismic hazard analysis already we have discussed, but during the analysis or design or construction, everywhere we have to incorporate various seismic forces, not only earthquake, even the bomb blasting and resisting the bomb blasting from the damage of structures also now available easily. It is a possibility now using the AI tools. So that is another advantage of using or any. Then construction management, already optimizing the various schedule, optimizing the usage of labor, optimizing usage of the money, and everything it is available easily possible using the Primavera. So in the Primavera, they integrated the AI tool. So within a minimum time, we can easily optimize all the schedules. So you don't spend your time or you don't disturb your brain to optimize the schedule and minimize the critical path using your brain. Just you ask the AI tool, immediately it is optimizing everything. You can change and you can modify everything. So that is another problem. So real-time monitoring with the computer vision already as well, automated surveillance now everywhere available, not only in the road, but in-house, not in all the structures it is available for the safety and health monitoring, and in the increase the lifespan of the anything. So in the forecasting the various things, predicting the materials and equipment needs in the during the construction or even after construction during the maintenance also, the cash flow or material flow or labor flow easily we can model. So some of the examples, what is going on in and around the world, I am giving in the last. It's already I sent to the copy to Madam. Just if those who want to uh, get get the copy, please get the madam from the Madam. So then the analysis of the uh, delay mitigation in the construction process. So similarly, tracking and reporting of the any flow of materials or money or labors, we can easily track now. Now in the open space AI is getting the 360-degree images for everything. So easily we can automate everything. So then quality control, then defect detection. So another on the entire lifetime of the structures, the quality control is very, very essential for the quality control. So we can easily identify the stressed area even during the usage. Just using the building, we can easily identify stressed area using the various sensors. Even minor cracks also can be identified using our AI tools. So and then for the disaster management, so we have discussed a lot of things. So modeling of the prone area, either it may be a man-made disaster. It is very, very, even the stress in the mind, it is very, very major problem. Even for all the people, including students, even child, they are getting more tension due to various unwanted reason. But it is very difficult to predict the man-made disaster, even though we can predict. But in the natural disaster, easily we can predict or forecast using the various models, available models, or we can create the some machine AI tool. Using the AI tools, we can using various. For example, the IBM is having Watson AI leverage tool, real-time data. Using the real-time data, they have predicted to hurricane at various areas. Successfully, they prevented various damages, safeguard the people. So then real-time monitoring, early warning system, starting from to building foundation to all these areas. Similarly, tsunami warning system, earthquake warning system, even flood warning system. Every part of the our construction we can have. For example, Pacific Disaster Center, they have usually AI-based platform for monitoring the various uh, disaster for the potential usage. They use it. Then optimize the disaster response and resource allocation. So from the uh, warehouse to the needy people, the material should be effectively supplied or effectively distributed. So on the availability, from starting to availability and distribution, we can easily monitor AI using the AI tools nowadays. So that is a major area we have. Then DRR, predictive analysis for disaster risk reduction. So even now, more than the safeguarding the people after occurrence of the disaster, safeguarding the people from the any disaster is the major requirement. So we can easily monitor or predict any using any unwanted events using. Then, for example, our AI-based risk model in the Japan government, they are monitoring everything. Particularly, Japan is more Japan, Taiwan, Indonesia. They are the frequent, frequently disturbed by various earthquake or volcanoes and other things. So they are effectively applying the AI tools to predict and safeguard the people. Then post-disaster and recovery, then repair, reconstruction. Even in that areas also was a short-term recovery as well as long-term recovery. Yeah, we can use the AI tools for everything. It is very, very essential is the data set. So, for example, we can in the application of AI tools is effectively used there. So then smart city, already we have discussed the smart city. So in the urban plan, starting from urban plan to optimizing the building layouts, building and the city layouts, transportation system, then other water supply, gas supply, electricity supply, for anything, we can apply the AI tools. Then infrastructure resilience through predictive maintenance. So increase the resilience of the any structure. That is the basic requirement of the uh, damage-free structures or maintenance-free structures. So during the selection of even planning, construction, selection of material, after construction maintenance, the rest of any elements or building construction, sorry, infrastructure, So easily we can make the decision using the AI tools. So it leads to very effectively we can reduce the maintenance cost and other things. So IoT integrated smart utilities for sustainable development, that is another tool. So now the IoT devices are everywhere we are effectively using to monitor the all the system, either monitor energy supply or water supply or even the waste management. Nowadays in the smart cities, we cannot throw the waste simply wherever you want, but it is properly monitored. So the people misusing the area, it is we can monitor, we can catch them to change. So similarly, for example, our Singapore, you cannot see even small piece of paper in the street or anything everywhere. All the city is totally clean. There we cannot misuse the road. We cannot even the people they don't want to make the horn during the driving because total Singapore is monitored by using the IoT integrated AI system. So similarly, AI-driven disaster management system, including accident to earthquake or any natural or man-made disaster, we can use. So then in transportation, it is a very, already everybody know now driverless cars are ready. And similarly for metro system, effectively we are using in the without metro system we cannot solve the transportation problem in any city in near future. So with the all application of the AI in the optimizing the flow traffic flow in the various area, even operating the signals based on the available number of cars waiting in the signal, very soon we can monitor and we can easily operate without any standardized time interval for the operation of signal. We can real-time um, operation of the signals by using the real-time data is available, is easily possible using the AI. So then similarly maintenance of the any highways or bridges or any infrastructure, that is very easily we can do. Then autonomous vehicle. So now EA like EA vehicle, autonomous vehicle is another boom for our traffic system. So now very soon no there is no need of any drivers for our driving. So even without knowing the driving you can drive. So even see our now sorry Tesla they have already even our brake also, even during the turning, the only our wheel are making the undulation, but the vehicle is traveling without any change in the horizontal direction. Then incident detection and management. So it is another one. Similarly, demand forecasting and planning for the transport system. For example, our New York City subways are very effectively used by using the optimizing the scheduling as well as the predicting the real-time data and application of the real-time data for solving the problem. So then environmental sustainability, now energy consumption, then energy monitoring and energy supply. In everywhere we can use the AI powered system or monitoring system. So for example, our smart thermostat like a Nest Learning thermostat using machine learning is another major area. Even for our high cooling system, that is MEP. In the MEP, lot of AI tools are available to implement or incorporate in the. So similarly for renewable energy, increasing the renewable energy, we can use the AI tools to predicting the weather patterns. We can operate the solar panels to optimize the uh, optimizing the harvesting the solar light. So it is now possible. So even our Adani they are using the AI tools to optimize the harvesting the solar by operating the solar panels depends upon the direction of the sun. So that is another. Okay. Similarly, reducing the waste through proper logistics system. So in the logistics system or supply chain management, it is another part of application of AI tool to minimize the time, to minimize the wastage and everything. Not only even say, reduction. So because of application of smart logistic, we can use we can reduce the carbon emission also. From that we can use the we can save the our climate. We can reduce the climate change. We can decrease the global warming, everything. So now global warming and climate change leads to various new development of bacteria, virus, fungus, everything. So then carbon emission, we can even now all the district headquarters, the district environmental officers, they have all the officers are installed our environmental parameters deduction devices. They are measuring the particulated matters, they are measuring the dust, they are measuring the moisture content, they are measuring the sulfur content, every carbon emission, everything they are measuring. Immediately they are getting the real-time data, then making the record action to minimize everything. In most of the Delhi, the area, the detecting of the various atmospheric data is now going effectively. So in enhancing agriculture practice in entire now starting from micro irrigation and all the agricultural activities, optimizing the irrigation, reducing the resources, wastage and health monitoring, soil moisture monitoring, everywhere we are using the, and then promoting circular economy practices. So this is the final and a very important application of the AI tools, that is the circular economy. So that is another major part we can use the AI. Then application of in the MEP, already I told. In the MEP, the MEP is the another major part of the our development for the upcoming periods. As our, if you make the students to familiar with the MEP design and other things, definitely the employability potential of our students will increase. So we can get the at least a good quality and skilled professionals if you are trained your students in the MEP area. So for that, we lot of AI powered tools to optimize the design of mechanical devices or mechanical service area, service equipments and electrical system, optimizing the supply of the wiring system, wiring layout, then plumbing system. Now in high-rise building there is dual plumbing system. So for the dual plumbing system, we can use the MEP tool by incorporating with the AI-powered software. So, for example, our Autodesk Revit architecture is a very big example for the AI-enabled. Then HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning system. Now we can increase the efficiency. We can reduce the energy consumption only by using the AI algorithms, AI tools, and now Google DeepMind is a well-known tool to optimize the cooling system. So all the most of the Kuwait countries and Western countries, even developed countries, they are using the very effective AI tool to minimize the or to optimize the HVAC system to increase the efficiency of the entire system. Not only to increase the efficiency for the maintenance, the MEP system, the maintenance is the major problem, not like in our structural elements. The maintenance of the MEP, because in the MEP system is 24/7, it is under operation condition. So that is the lot of wear and tear, lot of failures, or even in the plumbing system, lot of leakages, uh, even oil or gas or water, and similarly some sedimentation of even water supply, the sedimentation of the minerals in the inside of the similarly the cooling system, the scaling is another major problem in the cooling system. So everything easily predicted using AI system now. Then construction automation, scheduling, enhanced building automation. This already we have discussed. So feature already now just only few points. AI in sustainability already discussed something, but still there is a lot of scope to increase the sustainability condition in the building using various optimizing to AI tools like material usage, reducing energy consumption, improving the waste management. So still the waste management is, we are facing lot of failure because of our behavior and attitude of the user, like our people like us. So in the waste management, if you use the AI, definitely we can find the solution to segregate the waste in the at the resource. Then design optimization, then autonomous construction site, still lot of scope to automate the construction process using drones or robots or any machines enabled with the AI and then real-time data integration. That is another, even including signal processing or material supply or labor supply. The integrating real-time data with our AI tools is very much essential for effective usage of anything material instead of predicting or forecasting the future usage. The real-time data is very important. Then AI-powered building information system, still we can improve. AI-driven design, already we have for 100% efficiency planning, designing, and other things we can use. Then enabled sensor embedded infrastructure. We now in the sensor we are using only very important structures like hospitals or very high-rise buildings or in bridges or any transported system. We are our nuclear system we are using, but we can make use of every sensor in the even for the houses or small buildings. We can apply. Then machine learning and deep learning integration, then natural language processing. These are very AI technology we have with the NLC is another major part in the AI application of AI tool. Then AI smart infrastructure, generative design. So then some important ethical consideration in application of AI and civil engineering is bias in AI model. So AI model is man-made. So it is not thinking like us. So there should be a problem if you misuse the AI tool. So there should be a proper ethical application of AI tools for the benefit of our society. Then data privacy. So now the data privacy is very questionable for everybody. So we are 24/7, we are watched. So we are very much careful in the data secrecy, particularly in the cyber crime and other thing. Then job displacement. So the automation definitely will reduce the labor usage. So we have to consider the problem of reduction of labors during the application of. So with this we can conclude. If you have any doubt, we can ask. I hope I covered something related to AI. Madam?
Sir, thank you for the wonderful presentation, sir.
Okay, madam. Any question from
Participants, any questions? Sir, there is a question in the chat box. Could you please mention some of the civil AIs which are currently in use?
It's madam?
could you please mention some of the civil AI, artificial intelligence, which are currently in use?
Just I have given all the examples currently available AI tools in all the slides, madam, at the bottom. Just share the
Your
my
presentation.
presentation to all the madam.
Okay, sir. Sir.
And already I mentioned most of the time, but similarly I have mentioned all the AI tools very much essential for our particularly teaching as well as in the practicing people in all the slides, madam. At the last point, it is the AI tool for the.
Thank you, sir. It's time, sir. We will close this session, sir. Thank you for your support.
Okay, madam. Thank you,
Thank
but
you, sir.
thanks for the very opportunity given to me, madam. Thank you very for continuous support. So
Thank you, sir.
thank you and our Raghav, the Vijay sir. So I think I congratulate all the participants. So they are spending their time to learn something new in the civil engineering field. Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sir. Can I leave, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Dear participants, the sessions for today is closed. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.